Hello and welcome to One Club Champ. My name is Gary and this is FM23, my beta save. I've chosen Watford, my club, and we are going to sort them out. We've been relegated from the Premier League. We've got what looks like on paper a really strong championship squad. So let's go and see what we've done to put us top of the table after 10 games. All right, okay, so let's get stuck into this Watford team. In the Championship, it's actually not that bad. Now, in real life, probably not the greatest balanced squad that we've ever had at Watford. However, in Football Manager, it's not that bad at all. So let's go into the squad. Here we go. Daniel Bachmann, pretty good international goalkeeper for this Championship level. You know, one-on-ones, 15, reflexes, 15. He isn't that great coming for crosses. We know that as Watford fans. But in the game, he's not bad. And his rating so far after 10 games, as you can see, he's had 5 clean sheets out of 10. Have a little look through this back four. As you can see, we've loaned in 3 players. This back line has not had the investment that is ever needed. So we brought in Spence from Spurs. He was on loan at Forest last year. Pretty good for what Watford are looking for, an attacking right fullback. On the left-hand side, the loanee from Udinese, I won't even comment, but he was player of the year last year. Very good up the left. 4 assists in 8 appearances. Real nice start. Courtney House on loan from Villa. Really good player. Bit injury prone, but a left-footed centre-back and a ball-playing centre-back. Good physicals as well. And if he can stay fit, he's a great player for us. And also, Francisco Sirialta. Not quite sure why he didn't get a look in the Premier League. However, he is a very good, no-nonsense centre-back for us and will play next to Courtney House. Imran Louza, probably our best technical midfielder at the club, deep-lying playmaker, although they've got him here as a central midfield attack role. So he goes in there. He's only just come back from injury. In real life, he is out for a long time, but in the game, we've just got him back. And sitting next to him is another loanee of Hamza Chowdhury. He is a ball-winning midfielder. That's it. That's all you need to ask from him. Win the ball back and give it short. Next to him, we're going to go with Ismaila Sarr. We managed to keep Sarr through the transfer market. Great player on his day. Now, in the Championship, he is lighting it up in FM. 9 goals in 10 appearances, 6 assists. He's got an average rating of 7.99. Now, he plays in that attacking right wing role for us and does really, really well. We brought in a loanee, and I can't quite understand how we got him, but Sergio Gomez from Man City came in on loan. We're paying him no wages, so he's a free loan, and he's playing on the left-hand side. He can play in that left wing-back role, but with Kamara and Gomez on the left, so there's no role for Ken Sema. Then Yasser Asprilla has a bright future in the game, no doubt about it. But Yasser Asprilla is going to play in that little shadow striker role behind Sarr and Pedro, who I think, pound for pound, is one of the best players in the Championship. And if he would have gone to Newcastle, would have been such a steal for them. In the Championship, he hasn't quite lit it up for us. We've got 3 goals, 3 assists in 10 appearances, 7.12. But he is an unbelievable talent, and his 5-star rating in the game shows that. Now, the other player who's going to miss out is going to be our Keenan Davis. Now, Keenan Davis isn't fit for this game that we're going to show today, but he is our top goal scorer on 9 goals in 10 games. And let's have a look. As you can see here, we've played 10. We are sitting top of the league. Let's go into that league table. We've won 7 of 10 games, only lost 1, and that was away to Blackburn. We've scored 24 goals in 10 games, only let in 7. So those loanees to sort out the defence has actually helped the team. Who would have thought it? Investing in the defence would have helped, but that's where we are. Tactics, this is what it looks like. 4 at the back, 2 in midfield. We've got the 3 kind of attacking midfielders and then Sarr and Pedro up front. And again, let's have a little look at Keenan Davis. He is a player that has done really well for us in real life. In the game, unbelievable. 9 goals, 10 games, but he is a high injury risk and we are not going to risk him for this game. One thing that I didn't think about was when I was loaning in these players, you can only have 5 in your matchday squad. So Shandon Baptiste, who we also brought in on loan from Brentford, has had a decent season. We've started him 8 times out of 10, but we're going to give him a little rest. And let's go for it. In fact, before we do that, let's have a little look at this squad planner. Now, I don't see this as a new feature to me. I think it already existed in terms of squad depth. And the squad depth, is pretty much like this. This is what the squad depth is. I don't quite, if you do like show all positions, sure, you've got all of these and you can go through the different kind of roles. Here's our centre backs, here's the left back roles, right back roles. But it already existed in the game. It just looks different. And so that is just a cosmetic change. I do like this, however, the experience matrix. I think that this is handy. Is it by no means a new feature to get excited about? No, but I do like that this graphic exists. It gives us kind of a good balance of, developing talent, emerging, peaking, and experienced talent as well. Outside of that, there isn't much else new to this game. Having played 10 games through it, yes, the match engine is different, and I've seen the differences in the animations and haven't played it long enough to see how tactically it changes. But from FM22 to FM23, it feels like just an updated patch rather than a brand new game. The fact that they haven't looked at set pieces, which has been crying out for probably the last 5 FM games, and they've not addressed it. And as many of the other creators, Zealand and that, what an opportunity to look at international management, and it's not been done. I find that really interesting. As a business, it doesn't make business sense to not look at international management when there's a World Cup year 2 weeks away. But they've been making this game for as long as I've been playing it, 20, 25 years, which is crazy. So they obviously know what they're doing. I think, though, there needs to be a real look at revolutionizing not only just the graphics, but just the way that the regens look as well. FM1, their FM manager, that kind of came out of nowhere, and it kind of showed the graphic kind of updates. And some mobile games now are even got better graphics than this. Some say we don't play it for the graphics, and maybe their argument is fair and balanced. However, I think better graphics would make it a better game and more appealing to a wider market. I'm interested to see what PS5 looks like, especially if you're a new kid and you download this game. It just might feel like a big spreadsheet. But anyway, I digress. Our schedule, we've had a nice start. However, we're coming off of a defeat, 3-1, and 3-1 loss to Blackburn, who are also at the top. So now we're at home to Sunderland, and let's get stuck in. Here's our tactical meeting. Not much has really changed with this screen as well. Just a lot of suggestions about what we should do. So let's do this. And I think we're good with our tactic. Submit the team. And there we go. Now, one thing I have found in this one where it's notable reactions to the lineup. Yes, Keenan Davis is hurt because he's not started. But why is Yasser Asprilla offended at starting? He's 18 years old, starting in the first 11 for Watford, and he's offended. Yes, Ken Sema can be troubled, but we understand that. But I don't understand this reactions to the starting lineup when you're actually starting and then you're offended. That they need to explain maybe like why Yasser Asprilla feels offended. So I'm not sure I get that. Anyway, let's get to this. Let's get to this screen. Let's take on Sunderland. Here's the nice lineups, and again, nothing has really changed with these statements here. It's all pretty predictable. And once you get deeper into the game, I know I hand it over to my assistant sometimes. All right, here's the walkout. And if you notice as well, up here in this top column, we got the EFL kind of branding. I don't think it makes the game that much better or worse. It's a nice touch, but as a player of coming from the text-only version of the game and then the 2D circles, I don't think it adds value. Here we go. Boom, 1-0. Ismail Sarr for his 10th goal of the season. He is an absolute weapon in the Championship if you play him as a wide, right-sided winger. Just get at him. There we go, nice little through ball via João Pedro and Sarr with that little dink. I do think the finishes in here have been improved. Again, the match engine and the animations, I think there's a more variation of goals that we're seeing, so that's nice. I feel like it's a bit repetitive, especially after you've seen like 1,000 goals in a long career save. It's nice to see this. What is not nice to see is Sunderland nearly scoring. Kamara is struggling, he's got a knock, but we're going to keep him on for right now. We don't want to bring over Ngakia. I like this little kind of match dugout thing. Again, a lot of information on the screen that you're trying to process through the game. And this XG match story is pretty much the fundamental way of knowing the flow of the game. I think I'm going to pump fists. There we go. That did the business. Let's see if we can go and get a second goal here. Not much else to change. Again, when I started up this game, I went with 4-2-3-1, Gengham press, and there we go. Look, I mean, we're at the top of the table, and I am Watford, and I am in the Championship, and they are predicted to go up. It's a very strong Championship squad for an FM team. Here's Courtney House as that ball-playing centre-back, and I have noticed that those ball-playing centre-backs do penetrate into the kind of midfield a bit more. So that's nice. There you go. Sarr with the assist. Pedro with his 4th goal of the season. And that's a lovely little goal. 2-0 up against Sunderland at home and probably 3 points wrapped up here. Sergio Gomez plays it out to João Pedro. Kind of a clearance there by that fullback. Sarr, lovely cross. Pedro, volley, goal. Yeah, that was delightful. Very nice. Okay, so the other thing that I like about this is it feels like we can make more substitutions now, which is great. Game is telling me that Ismail Sarr should come off. And with Watford, I've always wanted to invest in that youth academy. So this is what we're going to do, is put on Hungbo and let's go for it. I really want to invest in the Watford youth academy. There haven't been many players that have come through. But if we're to build a connection between the club and the fans, they've got to have more of a... it's a great save by Backman. We've got to bring through more young players. You know, I feel like the last player we brought through that had a significant impact on the first team was maybe Lee Hodgson, who was a right back, and that's really it. But that's going back some time. All right, let's make a few other little saves. Asprilla here is a little tired. So let's bring on Shaq Ford, another young Watford player that needs some more time. Let's take off Kamara and we're going to bring on Ngakia and just play him on the left-hand side. 2-0 up against Sunderland. You can see from their morale there, Sunderland are dejected. Hungbo into Spence, crosses it into João Pedro. It's a save there, not really a shot. 10 minutes to go. What's Sunderland goalkeeper going to do? Punt it long. Sirialta mops that up, but he's get it back to Sunderland. Great save by Backman there. Assertive play. He's going to roll it out to Courtney House. In towards Gomez, down into Ngakia. And look at Watford possessing the ball. And then, there we go. We picked up the recovery. Chowdhury out to Hungbo. Hungbo into Ford. And Ford scores his 2nd goal of the season, but his first league goal for the Watford. And that's what I'm talking about. We've got to bring through these young players, and what an opportunity to do that in the Championship. If we give them the game time, I am sure that these 2 academy products will do the business in Hungbo and in Ford. Now, Hungbo did come from Palace, so he's not 100% a Watford academy player, but that is good enough for me. He's been at the club as a young player. He will be considered a homegrown Watford player. And there we go. 92nd minute, 3-0 up against Sunderland. Shaq Ford with the ball on the edge of the box into Hungbo. Good save by the goalkeeper there. We have not set up any set pieces yet. So this is just the standard champ manager setup. I'm sure once we get the near post crosses in, we'll score a few goals from our centre backs. Last few minutes then, as we wrap up this 3-0 win. Hopefully it's a 3-0 win. Let's get the clean sheet. And there you go. Real good performance from the boys there. 3-0 up against Sunderland. And now, again, just say well done. We did a nice job. Everyone seems to be happy. And so there you go. 11 games into the season. We're top on 26 points. This Watford career in the Beta Save is something that I'm sure is going to hopefully get us promoted. We look pretty kind of set on for that. Just need to sort out that defense, right? That's it. You invest in some fullbacks and another ball-playing centre-back, and we are looking pretty. All right, thank you so much for watching. This is One Club Champ. I'm looking forward to my real career save when the game comes out on November 8th. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.